Is everyone back? It's hard to tell here. I think everyone is back. Let's see if we can get in a very quick report from each group. And then we have some small amount of business to do, and then we have our roll call for adjournment. Okay, let's see. Mr. Alvaro, would you report out, please, on your group?
Yeah, definitely. So, yeah, we had I would say, a very constructive conversation, a good first step for strategic planning for next month in October. I did capture some notes about these questions, which I wrote about a page worth, so I won't repeat it all, but I think one of the things that we agree with is the commission is doing a lot, right? We are limited. We have 15 commissioners and 2 staff members. And let me see here. Yeah, it just really, we should just pat ourselves on the back for the work that we are doing in our own communities, bringing up issues. There are things that we can do logistically, perhaps, to bring some of these marginalized and vulnerable folks in our communities to the table to kind of share their stories. And some of the concerns are, you know, do they have the right access or opportunities for access for these meetings? Do they feel safe in coming and having their voices be heard? And things like that. So yeah, sorry, I'm on the spot, and they're smart. Like I said, I just don't have a good summary for it, but we did have a good conversation about this. So
very good, thank you. Commissioner Archer, do you have a report for us?
Sorry, I was having a hard time navigating my screens for a minute there. Yes, I do. Let's see. So I took a fair amount of notes, so I'm going to try to just summarize very quickly. On the first question, our short answer about whether or not we're fulfilling our mission and vision was essentially yes across the board. Although there was sort of this feeling amongst all of us that we wanted as commissioners to get our hands more on the soil of this work. And that we felt that most of the accomplishments, or many of the accomplishments, are really the accomplishments of staff, and our staff is amazing, and we want to support that work more and move more towards doing that work, taking on that work head on. As for question 2, there was frankly a lot of frank discussion about the trauma of being in hostile territory. So of course, Commissioner Robinson and I are both in Eastern Washington, and Commissioner Kapi also expressed their own feelings about a lack of safety and how feeling unsafe, even in our relatively privileged positions, makes it difficult sometimes for us to feel that we can uplift the voices of those who are more marginalized than us when we feel that we are sharing that marginalization in a way that affects our physical safety sometimes, as well as our emotional and psychological safety. For question 3, and this is really very top line, I have quite a bit more notes on this. As for question 3 is for how the commission could center more marginalized voices, the issue was raised of tokenization of the most marginalized members of the LGBT community within the community and within the commission itself. We also, again, the idea of how we could help staff do this work in our regions more, or do this work in general more, how as a team of 15 strong, we can do more than meet periodically and get our hands a bit more on the soil of the work. Talked about giving opportunity for people to shine, really, with all their talent, the talent across the board within this commission that represents some of those marginalized voices, people who have experiences that go way beyond what's traditionally the face of, the queer community, which is often cis and white and often male, although not always. We have a lot of that representation here, and basically all those voices need more chances to flex. And the final note is the one that I made was that sort of the nature of this commission is that even though we have quite a bit of diversity in this group, this is one of the most diverse groups I've ever personally been a part of, and I'm very proud of that. But the very nature of us coming together as a commission means that we are all coming from relative privilege, even within our communities. So as far as like, I'll speak to myself, as far as Black, trans, masculine, non-binary, gender fluid people go, you know, I tick all these boxes. And I've also I also am not experiencing any kind of housing insecurity. I'm not experiencing any food insecurity. I'm have more money and support and love from my family of origin than most people who tick all my boxes seem to be able to boast of. And so that means I speak from this experience, but I speak from this experience from relative privilege within that subset. That's kind of the nature of being a part of this group. Someone who's struggling to survive cannot effectively engage in the work of helping others survive because they are surviving. And so that just being aware of that, I don't really know where we go from there, but that was something that I noted. I think that is a summary of the notes from my group, and I will be sending my lengthy report to you, Manny, since this meeting's over.
Thank you. Our group discussed the mission and vision, thinking that was pretty good, but also that we could expand language about that in any strategic work that we might do, keep a red thread of intersectionality, so to speak, throughout the entire process of thinking about a strategic plan. Equity has to be front and center. Questions 1 and 2 are there, but when you reach the commission level and you have power, there's a different responsibility possibly. Lift rural voices, focus more on staying in touch, and we could do that by commissioners actually participating more in local groups, going to them rather than coming to us. Whoa, that's basic. There's more. We had a great discussion, but that's it. Now I do have to, as chair, recognize that we are only minutes away from the closing time of our meeting. And so we will have to ask for a motion to adjourn and a roll call.
Madam Co-Chair, so moved.
Thank you very much. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Staff, could you call the roll for adjournment?
Co-Chair Botzer, can you remind me who seconded that motion?
Yes, that was me.
Sorry, I
Was
was
that
just gonna
Commissioner Archer? Okay.
Yeah, that was me.
All right, and so with that, Commissioner Landers,
Aye.
Commissioner Maroon,
Aye.
Commissioner Robinson,
Aye.
Commissioner Archer,
Aye.
Commissioner KB,
Aye.
Commissioner Figueroa,
Aye.
Commissioner Erickson,
Aye.
Commissioner Hillmeyer,
Aye.
Commissioner Botzer,
Aye.
Commissioner Best.
Aye.
Thank you. We are adjourned.
Thank you.